Are your breathing habits affecting your health? My name is Chris and this is my channel Beyond the Noise, and today we're going to be talking about nasal breathing and mouth breathing. But before I start, unfortunately I've had to come inside because it's a beautiful day but the building outside and I can't hear myself think, so I think it's a little bit darker than I wanted it to be and it's a little bit echoey, but I hope you can hear me okay. And it is what it is and I can't help that. So anyway, let's crack on with the video. So let's start off with mouth breathing. Number one, dry mouth. So when you're breathing through your mouth, you've constantly got your mouth open and that dries out the saliva in your mouth. Now we need that saliva to neutralise harmful acids. It protects the enamel on our teeth, also helps to flush away loose bits of food. Now if these things don't happen, it can lead to bad breath, can lead to gingivitis and gum disease as well. So that's number one. Number two, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting, and this normally affects chronic mouth breathers. Now, when this happens, it changes the position of your tongue. So instead of it resting on your palate, it drops. And this can cause things like narrow jaw, crowded teeth, misaligned bites like underbites and overbites as well. And over time, it can even change the structure of your face. Yes, it can. So number three, now this is about oxygen. It reduces the oxygen efficiency in your body, okay? Now this typically results in shallow, faster breathing, okay? And this can lower your oxygen uptake. That in turn can switch on your flight or fight stress response. And this can increase your cortisol levels and it can elevate those cortisol levels for lengthy periods, and we don't want that at all. That's not a good thing, okay? So all of these things have a really detrimental effect on your health. They can affect your breathing, can affect your immune system, and they can affect your cognitive behaviour and much, much more, okay? So we want to try and avoid mouth breathing as much as we possibly can, okay? So we'll come on to how we can do that in a minute. But next we're going to talk about nasal breathing, okay? So what happens when we breathe through our nose? Lots of good stuff, okay? So first off, you've got thousands of little hairs in your nose called silica. Now, those silica are there to filter out any rubbish or anything we don't want coming into our lungs, things like pathogens, etc. So thousands of little hairs filtering out the air so we get clean air into our lungs. That's the first one. Number two, those little nasal passages in our nose, they're only small, much smaller than that big cake hole we've got in the middle of our faces. So what it does is it only allows in a small amount of oxygen, which allows us to become more oxygen efficient, completely the opposite to mouth breathing, okay? That's number two. Number three, okay, and this is another interesting point that most people don't realise. When you breathe through your nose, you're producing a gaseous molecule called nitric oxide, okay? Now, nitric oxide is a real box of tricks, and here's why. It's a vaso and a bronchial dilator, so it opens up your airways and your vascular system, in turn allowing you to breathe a lot easier and also increasing blood flow, okay? Now, nitric oxide also has antibacterial, antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties to it, so it really is a miracle gaseous molecule, and it doesn't cost us anything at all. So for all those reasons, you really need to be learning to breathe through your nose. So if you're someone that is a mouth breather or you know of a mouth breather, there are things that you can do to change that habit. Some of those things are muscular because you've been using certain muscles for mouth breathing and neglecting those muscles that you need for nasal breathing. Okay, so you can retrain those muscles. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is you can, particularly at night time, you can put a mouth plaster on which has a small hole in the middle, along with a nasal strip like this. Okay, so it opens up your airways and it also encourages you to not breathe through your mouth as well. So I know that one can take a little bit of time. I know people that have tried that and it has worked, so give that a try. And the other thing, of course, is to make sure that your nasal passages are clear. Now, if you've got something like a deviated septum or some other medical issue, obviously you're going to struggle with that and go and see your doctor and see if you can get some advice on that. But the other thing you can do is you can use a saline solution to unblock your nose as well, okay? So all of these things that we've talked about, okay, They're very, very important. So you might just think you're breathing through your mouth, no problem. Actually, it is a problem. Try and stop it and learn to breathe through your nose as well, okay? We're going to, in the next video that I do, we're going to be touching on this again, but it's going to be more to do with, are you aware? Are you actually aware, or giving yourself time to be aware of how you're actually breathing and how it's affecting your body, your mood, your nervous system, etc., and all those sorts of things. That's going to be in the next video, okay? So I hope you found it useful today. If you have, hit the like, share and subscribe button. Don't forget that notification bell so that you don't miss my next video, okay? And until then, be nice to people, be kind to yourself, stay bendy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.